Yeah, this is a fun one. If you like cutting up short form video, one chip is significantly faster than the other. I do a lot of work in video and audio editing, so when I test a new phone, I like to test real-world video editing apps. Personally, I prefer LumaFusion on Android, but when I show those results, a lot of folks ask if the performance differences are similar in CapCut. I think most people would agree that CapCut has become the most popular free video editing app on Android. So I run this test where I take 6 clips from a mirrorless camera at really high quality in 4K. I trim the timeline down to about a minute, add transitions in between each clip, a little watermark, and then a new soundtrack. Then I render that to a new 4K video at a good bit rate for streaming services. This year we're seeing huge changes to both MediaTek and Qualcomm processors. Specifically, both companies are using really big CPU cores, but not all big cores are created equal. I ran the exact same test on both an Oppo Find X8 Pro using the new MediaTek Dimensity 9400 and on a new phone that's still technically under embargo. I'm not supposed to talk about it yet, but it is using Qualcomm's new Snapdragon 8 Elite. Please pardon the screen recordings as I couldn't show both phones, but I've checked and double checked the differences in rendering speeds when both phones are just running normally and while they're rendering while screen recording. There is a slight difference when the phone is trying to chew up video while it's recording video, but that difference works out worse for the phone that wins. It actually becomes a bit of a performance advantage for the phone that loses. I promise you that when these other embargoes lift, I'll show this all again, but just recording from another camera so you can see both phones in action. But even for the slight difference, that deficit using screen capture, it's really not close. Video editing apps seem to love these new big core designs, and the Snapdragon 8 Elite is a nice improvement over last generation Qualcomm chips, but the MediaTek this year just stomps on it. Dimensity 9400 delivering an almost 40% improvement to render speed. The Snapdragon is quick, but the MediaTek looks like it's an entire generation faster. In computer land, we would pay a lot for a 40% improvement to our video rendering on a laptop or a desktop. The phones I'm testing are pretty close to the same price. I know a lot of techies prefer watching gaming clips to talk about phone performance, but given that TikTok alone, all by itself, one service, handles about 36 million new videos every day, it would seem a lot more people are sharing short-form video than playing graphics-intense games on their phones. And now you know, for the next year, over 2025, which phone chip is gonna get that job done significantly faster in Android land. That's it for this one. Thank you for coming to my little tech talk. I always appreciate the folks who share these videos on social media, and I hope you'll consider joining this list of names from my Patreon, patreon.com/SomeGadgetGuy. These folks are helping to keep the lights on here in the Gadget Lab. They're basically the coolest geeks in the universe. You can find me around the socials as @SomeGadgetGuy, and I will catch you all on the next video.